Alexa, what causes anxiety?
According to Mayo Clinic, the cause of anxiety disorders isn't really understood. Trauma may trigger anxiety disorders, or they may be passed down in families. They're sometimes caused by an underlying health condition, like heart disease, diabetes, and thyroid and breathing disorders. Having chronic pain, rare types of tumors, or irritable bowel syndrome can also cause anxiety disorders. They may be caused by certain medications. Abusing or suddenly stopping drugs or alcohol may cause anxiety disorders.
Alexa, what does anxiety feel like?
According to Mayo Clinic, common symptoms of anxiety disorders include feeling nervous or tense. You may feel that danger is coming. You may breathe rapidly, sweat, tremble, and have a fast heart rate. You may also feel weak or tired and have problems with sleep and digestion. You may worry so much that you can't think about anything else and are unable to control your worry. You may want to avoid things that trigger your anxiety.
You may want to avoid things that trigger your anxiety. Alexa, what are ways to treat anxiety?
Here's something I found on the web. According to NIH.gov, anxiety disorders are generally treated with psychotherapy, medication, or both.
I wasn't listening. Um, Alexa, are there scriptures about anxiety?
A top result is The Scriptures by Institute for Scripture Research. A print version, it's $20 with delivery by June 30th. I added it to your Amazon cart for review. To purchase, say buy it now.
No, thank you. What the heck? Okay, Alexa, play music for fish.
Here's a playlist you might like. 50 great 60s rock songs on Amazon Music.
Okay, so Alexa, play instrumental Christmas music.
The station, Instrumental Christmas on Amazon Music.
Okay, so anxiety. Okay. You're gonna, as you watch these videos, you're going to gain these insights that I'm having every day because I'm doing the thing where I follow the signs, listen, and each time, it's so crazy. Each time, something, someone will say, okay, you know how it's so crazy. Ah, everything is just always working when you follow the signs. So, you know how, like, if you're in a group and you randomly say something, dude, dude, you randomly go, like, haha, cheese balls. Everyone's like, what? And you're like, I don't know. Stuff like that. When things, you know how you're watching movies and then the couple's having an argument, and then the guy goes, "You're up." He goes, "To the moon. One of these days, to the moon." And she goes, "How dare you?" And he goes, "I didn't mean that." Um, you know how it come out? So I'm watching a video today. I will link these, put them in. I'll put videos in the description when I talk about them, so you can go watch the parts I talked about. But I found this new internet pastor. I can't focus with. Okay, I'm gonna talk. So he's talking. He's talking. He's talking. He's explaining it in the way that I've always questioned it, that no one ever teaches that way. He's he's explaining it in the more real sense and not the character building sense. There's danger right there, dude. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? It's dangerous. He's doing it that way he's demons, 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 demons. And so anxiety and demons, and I had this quote. I made this quote about 2 months ago because I was studying anxiety constantly. As I was learning how to treat it, I was trying to learn how to teach it based off of how I received what they were teaching, because I know I always look at it through everyone's perspective. My father taught me that skill, so I always know. I try to answer every single question that I can. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered, and so that's like a thing. So I always challenge every single idea because there's so many options. There's always a different answer, and they're all the right answer depending on what you're trying to create. So, don't know what I was just saying to you. So the quote I had said is that if you do not go to sleep with a full sink, you will let the demons in. Because I had saw something at that time when I was really getting into the anxiety, and that's why it's so crazy, the God thing, because it always pops at the right time, but you don't follow it. So I was into the anxiety, trying to get the right perception. I was trying to find my own perception of anxiety so I can control it. Because if you acknowledge it and go, oh, okay, there's the anxiety. If you find the anxiety, you can control it. You understand it. You have the willpower. You just have to find it. And the demons is the anxiety. If you go to sleep with the sink full, you are in bed trying to sleep. What are you thinking about? I have to do dishes in the morning. Had you taken care of that, that's one less thing to worry about. What prevented you from doing the dishes before you went to sleep? That's part of the nightly routine. If you do it, I get nervous when I talk sometimes because it just links together and it's just crazy. That's why I hate that these are so long, but that's the only way I can do it. If for some reason it takes me 30 minutes to get one thought done, because I'm still explaining stuff in the first episode, from the third to the second to the fourth to the third. The I don't know what I was just saying, but the anxiety, the sleep, the nightly routine. If you make cleaning a nightly routine, you feel satisfied before you go to sleep. You feel way better than if you did nothing. If you do something in the morning before you go to work, you feel way more satisfied than if you did not. You just need to train yourself to do it, and it's so hard. You can't. It's impossible because you have to alter your reality. I had an experience one night, and I had this insight where I was like, because I've always hated the term "you can't teach old dogs new tricks." I've always hated it because they've always referred to the employees and people, the employees at McDonald's. I am gonna change the future of McDonald's, so I'm gonna say this publicly. I could not get them on their own to handle hand hygiene like they should. Gloves be touching everything. Gloves be touching chemicals. Little fella freaking had this degreaser, sprayed the vegetable table, and I said, hey, can you do me a favor? He said, yeah, what's up? Can you please not use degreaser on the vegetable table? And that's how I talk to people. I feel like that to be more pleasant when addressing tough situations, because I try to be everyone's friend as a manager. And he said to me, do you not want me to clean this? Sir, yes, but we happen to have these food safe towels, little towels, in these buckets of these food safe Chlorinated water is that you take out and squeeze, and then you wipe the table, and it sanitizes it and cleans it at the same time, and it dries up almost immediately because it's a heated surface, and it's so perfect. And why did he get mad? Everyone gets mad at me when I tell them to change their gloves when they take their phone out. I allow them to take their phone out because I know they have stuff going on. It helps them. So it helps them. They work better for me if I give them a little bit of phone time. Don't get me in trouble. And they get mad at me when I tell them to change their gloves. But they say you can't teach old dogs new tricks, and it took me 3 years, but I taught one person, and he started hand hygiene. It took me 3 years, but I did it. It's not hard. It's you just don't understand people. You attempt and you give up, and I hate it. Ah, frickers, yo wankas. This is why you can't teach old dog new tricks, because you got to restructure the brain. Go watch all my other episodes. I'm gonna explain briefly. This is a brain. This is how it's structured. This is how it's going to run every single day. This is the person who does not wash his hands. But if you want him to wash his hands every single day, you say, hey, wash your hands right before he walks into the kitchen. Doesn't wash his hands, he put the gloves on every single day. I had one dude, he went to the bathroom, washed his hands, came out, but we had a door, like he had to go through and push the door from the public, so many people walk in dirty hands. That's a dirty door. People walk by, cough, cough. I said, no one cleans that door for sure, I bet. And then like he walked back there, and then manager from the front, this is when I'm not saying anything bad about anyone. And she was like, hey, can you wash your hands? He was like, I just did. And she was like, but you didn't do it when you entered the kitchen. He was like, I have to wash my hands twice. And he got mad. Why do you get mad about that? What the heck is wrong with you people? Just wash your freaking hands. Dude. Okay, this is not about that. This is about your freaking brain. You can't teach old dog new tricks because you have to change the brain. What I said is that you can change people. You just have to. People will not change unless if you alter their reality. You have to change the perception on something. That's how you change someone. Hey, you bowl better if you position your hand this way. Oh, I agree upon what you were saying, so I'm going to apply that to me, so for now on, that is how I do it. Thank you. You look stupid when you do that. Don't do that anymore. I'm going to keep doing that. You didn't change the reality. You have to change the reality. You have to be nice. You have to say, hey, I bet if you pulled more like straight, you wouldn't look like this. And you know, you'd be like, oh, I didn't know I looked like that. I don't want to look like that. Like, you have to help them change. You have to help them want. You have to help want whoever is changing. They need to want to change. If you are wanting someone to change, the old dog, you need to make that change. They told me this cat that I have now does not like to be picked up, doesn't like to be petted, just wants to be alone. I was like, okay. Year went by, and I was like, I don't agree. And I was like, come here, and I started slowly teaching her that I can pick her up and it's okay. And I started picking her up a little bit at a time, like moving her closer to me to pet. Then I got her used to me petting her. Now she only wants me to pet her. It's the only thing in the world she wants is for me to go. Alexa, volume up 2. And she loves to be pet now. She's very affectionate. I broke that for her. And that's your brain. So I don't know how we got to this, and I love talking psychology, because everything I say is everything that I created in my head. You don't understand how happy it makes me, and that's why these are so long, because I'm going to look back at these in the future, because this is so genuine what I am right now, and whatever I am in the future watching this, dude. Okay, so anxiety, the demons, you don't let the demons, you have to get the sink. You have to do not go to sleep with a full sink, because you will let the demons in. You take care of your problems so they don't rest in your mind. What this video explains is that demons come in every single way. So I saw a video this past year. He said, I don't know, he's a pastor. He's a Christian man now, Christian converter. He used to be a Satan converter, high Satanist priest. And how he would put demons into people is he would put in doubt. He would go up to them and put in doubt, put in reasons to worry. Alexa, meditation calming.
Was that play meditation/relaxation?
Yes.
Here's a station for you, meditation on Amazon Music.
Alexa, volume down too. It helps distract a part of my brain so I can talk more efficiently. I have to keep changing it. I know my flow of my brain, and I'm trying. I'm sorry. Alexa, volume up 2. Okay, so, and it's because it rests in your brain. He goes up to people and puts in doubt. It's like, hey, why do you think it takes him an extra like 30 minutes to get home? That's it. That's all you do. That puts in the brain, the demon, the anxiety, the worry, the stress, the freaking doubt, the insecurities, all from those words. Those words are trigger words. I want to figure it out so hard. The reality, so the trigger words. You got. I tried to explain this the other day. So it says, do you remember how? Do you remember how? Do you remember? Do you remember how? Do you remember? Do you remember how? Do you remember how? Do you remember how? Do you remember? Do you remember how? Do you remember how? And they're all different segments of the brain. So do you remember covers the whole brain. Do you remember how covers 3/4 of the brain, because everything is like, do you remember how to do this? Do you remember how we? Do you remember there's a lot of do you remember how? There's a lot of that because you've done a lot. So a lot of your brain is how. There's the rest is when, the rest is why, the rest is where, the rest is what. Those trigger words, and each one triggers different responses. So if you're putting in these words formulate a sentence that emphasize everything bad. Wait, what do you think he is doing? So you got what? No, there's what, but then there is whens, wheres, and why. So you got like what is he doing? And it triggers down to one little spot where everything of bad is. So the words send you on to travel down to a specific dot of your terrible mind, where everything you don't want to exist. The anxiety, the demon, the stress, the worry, the insecurity, the demons is one spot in here, triggered down by his speech pattern. So what is he doing? It has 1, 2. What is he doing? 4. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got what is. You got what. Then you have these. Take this one away. Is. And then this one will be he, and then doing. And then this would be your whole California size amount of pain and insecurity and stress and everything bad. So that is what the insecurity, the demon, the anxiety, the stress, the worry, all of it is pinpointed into a part of your brain via these words. Just these words. Each individual dotted word. And it is so deep. That's what I was trying to explain with the Alexa, volume down 2. Okay, I need this one. Alexa, more music like this. Got it.
Sure, here you go.
So and I don't know when or how to fully explain this because it's so in depth, but I know you understand it, but it's so wild and different. It's you have these invisible languages is what I was basically describing. You know how you have your besties, you have that invisible language, you don't have to talk, you can just know what's going on in the person's head. That's an invisible language. You are connected here, you're talking without talking. You know how dogs communicate without speaking? Invisible language. I don't know how that happened, and I need to figure it out. Dog on the. I was on. There's a bed here. There's a bed. Okay, let's say there's a bed here. Okay, I was laying on the bed right here. My dog was right here on the bed with me. The female dog. Male dog, who's just angry all the time, was over here on the ground, and she was looking this way. He was looking this way towards the food that was over here. He was here, she was here, and he was looking this way and she was looking this way, and he started like doing this, getting all tensed up for some reason, because I think he thought she wanted the food or something. I don't know. And before he started making sound, she started to quiver. So I was paying attention to the silent language of it, and then he started growling, and then she went to me more. So that was wild, and I want to figure that out. My face is warm. But there's invisible languages, and that controls you more than anything. The invisible language, and that might be the demon transfer, the anxiety transfer, the worry transfer, all those. Because as the words do, so do body movements. People narrow around. Because you know what happens to me every single time I talk to anyone in the world? I talk to them. And 96% of the time, while talking to them, they give me one of these. They just like, what the heck are you talking about? I guess, because I don't want to talk like them. I don't want to, that's... Yeah, I did it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I completed that task earlier, man. There's so many different fun ways to talk, and you all talk boring and stupid, and I hate it. I get more joy talking than you do, because I take you on a weird-ass journey, because I know you're listening because you need information. Because I know if you don't need information, you don't listen to me. No one does. That's what happens when you're crazy. So, there's invisible languages, and I know I have control of the conversation all the time. Because when I'm talking, they gave me that brow, and they're like... Because if they give me the brow, if they give me even a head nod, because even that, look. That right there tells me, hey, this little fucker is talking to me about some weird shit, but I need to know what he's talking about, and I don't want to deal with this kind of stuff today, because I'm stressed and depressed and mad and irritated. And that's how people manipulate. Like, I used to be terrified of it, so I was like, why do I know all these things? I didn't know what to do with all the information that I knew, but now I know it because I'm the Avatar. Back when I was going crazy, man, I was like, I discovered Avatar, and I was like, this is, again, because I've always loved it, but I realized as this new Benny, holy cow. And so I'm the Avatar. And I don't know what I was just talking about. Oh yeah, people control the little head nods. That's body language. Body language is so powerful because you don't even know about it, and it happens. You're gonna narrow before you. It's so cool because we all have body language, from alive to not alive. you know what the body is representing. You can look up child. Yes. Yes. I know at least one person is watching this. That one person, dude. So, okay, I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna help you figure it out. It is look up on YouTube. Young child. See, muscle memory I can still type on a keyboard. That's pretty cool how the brain can do that via its keyboard memory. Whoa. So type in young child behavioral test. Young child behavioral test. So it's amazing. Kids know good and bad, and they do it in different ways. They'll have like puppets of like a red circle, a blue circle, an orange circle. The red and blue circle are being mean to the orange circle. The kid goes, it doesn't like it, but then like they'll take him to the neck, take him away and bring him up by one, and then the red and the orange, the kid won't like the red or the blue one because they were being mean to the orange. He's gonna be like, maybe want to play with it, like, and then he'll see the blue and be like, but then he'll see the orange, the one that was being bullied, and he'll want to play with that one because that was the nice one. And then there's just a whole lot like that. And then if you're looking at a kid like this, the kid's trying to play like but if you're the kid's like and then some of the videos the kid will start crying because what the heck is going on? Are you I'm and it's that though is built into you. If there's any type of trauma inside of you, childhood till now, right here is where it lays. You know why it's there is because as a child, if someone steals your cookie, that fucks with you forever. This is a funny, crazy moment that isn't here forever. SeaWorld, adolescence, me, 5 years old, probs, don't know. Sitting down, Shamu ride right here, little kid one, like a little roller coaster, like the dragon at the fairs and stuff. And it was there, and I was here, and I had little Shamu little bowl, cool little souvenir bowl thing. You had like 3-4 chocolate chip little cookies in it. And my uncle said, "Look, Shamu," pointed that way somewhere. Took my cookie, and I was like, hold on, he was tricking me. And I saw that he was eating the cookie, and I was like, and it really hurt. But then I was like, wait, that's cool uncle stuff, okay. And then it was funny, and then I was thinking now how I think about how people think. Like, I was thinking about his character. I didn't know about the mind. I didn't know about their insights yet. I didn't know about their insights until like 2 years ago. I didn't realize people thought like I thought, and that blew my mind 2 years ago. But as a child, I was thinking about the uncle character. I saw everyone in characters, and I think it was a TV thing because I realized that every single thing, TV is life. If you treat every single thing like television, what you watch becomes real life. If you watch only comedies, your life's gonna be a comedy. If you only watch dramedies, your life's gonna be a that is 100% a thing. It's wild. Just so you know, you watch television and that becomes your reality. You watch YouTube, that becomes your reality. Not lying to you. What you consume is what you become, and that's what your life becomes, because that's the actions you make. And that, I'm so glad I said that. I need to explain that real quick since I just talked for freaking 30 minutes. So you get if you make every decision, what reality you live in is what decisions you make. If you live in the reality where you go to work and go home and do nothing, then do nothing and then do nothing and work at nothing and work at nothing and work at nothing and work at nothing, you make those decisions. Work at something, you make those decisions. You see people all the time like making plans, doing things, going out, having fun, doing what and this and who's, and then you have you not doing it, doing nothing, doing nada. You can do nothing with people, and that's an activity because soul connecting, but you can do nothing by yourself. But if you do a lot with people, or you do a lot other than your job, unless if you actually have an important job, anything besides a job a 16-year-old can apply to with no experience other than being an American, any job besides that, you have that's a whole other thing. I'm only talking about us people, the Donalds, you know? You need to do something beneficial outside. The God thing I'm watching, getting into, is we are here as a creation to experience this and explore and create. Right in front of me, I have candles. I have wax. There's wax, candles, scales, crayons, coloring pencils. That's why I say get colored pencils and then just kind of draw. I ended up drawing this super dope thing right here. I'm gonna it's me with a bag where I put my experience, and these are worth 10 experiences, and I'm putting them in here. I'm like, woohoo, then these are worth 10 experiences, and I'm putting them here, and I'm like, woohoo, and I found the jackpot. I got a whole bunch of 30 experiences, and I have it like, I just drew a circle with a 10 on it for 10 experience. This one, it was politics, quotes, coaching, cooking. I got better equipped in here about those topics, so I gathered them, put them into my bag, okay? And then over here, this bag, I found these 3 skills right here, and I put them in this bag, and it keeps getting bigger, my bag of skills. This one is work, candles, knowledge. Down here, the jackpot where the bag got giant, they're all worth 30 skill points because I really learned something.